Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
The Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. My name is Sarah Hope, and I am joined here today by a neighbor from the south, by New York, and I'll turn it over.
Hi everyone, my name is Matt Hames, and I'm happy to be here to talk about this, curling. It looks like we're in for a really good game today, so sit tight for this awesome C semifinals. So the winners of these games go to the C qualifier tonight, and that is the money, Sarah. Win that game and you play on Monday, which is also known as payday.
Ooh, everyone loves a good payday.
Right. The loser of this game is out. The winner goes to the semifinal tonight.
Fantastic. We're seeing both teams keep it pretty clean here in the first end.
Yeah, this game features Asuka Kanai from Japan versus Abby Marks from Edmonton, Alberta. Not a far ride for them. Sarah, I think a lot of times in a C semifinal, they would have played already. This is their second game. The winner plays another game. So, the easier it is, the more simple the game is, the better, especially early.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that a lot of teams are picking up that strategy of keeping it clean the first couple ends, learn the ice, preserve your energy.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is conserve your energy. There's a good chance that they know the ice again. They've been here since Friday. They've been probably even sooner, and they've played a bunch of games. So I think it's more along the lines of conserve your energy here. Keep it nice and open. Just play some simple shots and conserve your mental energy.
Definitely.
So they're just exchanging rocks here, hoping for a little roll outside there. A little hanger. Nice. You'll just see him throw it pretty hard here. Go for a nose, a little inside roll. Even if they roll out, I don't think they're worried about that.
No, definitely not. Not in the...
Good shot,
nice
a little
toss.
head roll in.
Nice little roll. Oh, sorry about that. There was a lag. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's all good.
So in this event, we've seen quite a few international teams, quite a few Canadian teams. We are seeing, I'm just counting up here, 2, 3, 4, 5 Japanese teams, which is fantastic to see representation from Japan.
Yeah, they just come over, play in a bunch of bonspiels, just spend a couple of months here. They obviously don't fly in and out for these bonspiels.
Absolutely, yeah.
I do remember a story back when I was curling a lot in the late 90s, early 2000s, where a team from Japan played in a women's team from Japan played in a major league in Vancouver, British Columbia. And so they flew over to play a game and then flew home.
Oh, wow.
That's some commitment right there.
Absolutely. So Abby Mark's team is new-ish this year. We do see third Alyssa Croft coming in from skipping a team. And Abby is a seasoned skip, so it's great to see this combination of players. The University of Alberta has such a great curling program, and there's so much good curling in Alberta. It's great to see when fantastic curlers can all come together.
Where do you curl, Sarah?
Just a neighboring province of Saskatchewan.
Nice. Had one of my all-time favorite times in Yorkton, Saskatchewan.
Wonderful. Will we stick around here?
Looks like it's going to. It's a good shot. Forces them to think about the in turn or the other turn. It's hard to play the straight turn on this, just because it's when you sit in the hack, right? Especially just looking at it with an out turn, it just looks so far over there. So playing the in turn. Trying to get to curl a bit.
Yeah, some directional sweeping there.
Got a piece. The danger there was always flashing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those ones are so tricky, way out of the wings.
Yeah, you want to take you know, she took ice that was just off the rock. So as a thrower, when you have ice off the rock, you don't want to throw it really hard, because then you know, it needs to curl, obviously, because the ice is off the rock. So it's easy to throw it a little tight, and it's easy to throw it a little down. So it was a good Good throw by her to not do those things. Just drawn to the open side. The opposite side.
Absolutely, making her throw a front shot from her last one.
Yeah, it's also just a great chance to throw a free draw, right? Like this is a free, no pressure draw. Just great team. See how it's a great team shot. See how the ice is reacting.
Absolutely. And both of these teams have such great sweepers.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to judge those early on.
Taking plenty of ice on this. Whoa, it's coming up on him. You can see the difference in the ice here, Sarah. The little bit quieter wait for that nose hit or the little inside roll. And when you wait, obviously there's gonna throw this a lot harder. So significantly less ice.
Absolutely.
Looks good.
Well, that'll be a blank on the first.
Yeah, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
And we're back here in the second end. We have our wonderful game of curling going on. It is Kanai versus Marks. And we'll see here that Kanai throws lead stones and calls the game. Wei No throws fourth stones. And the Marks team, I believe, is the straightforward lineup with lead throwing lead stones, skip throwing skip stones. We're seeing more of this in curling where, you know, the person throwing the skip stones isn't necessarily the person calling the game. And I personally find it really interesting.
Yeah, I do. I do too. This is the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. This is the C semifinal from Beaumont, Alberta. And I'm with you. Like, if the lead can, like, it doesn't really matter who holds the broom and who shoots in this game anymore. Like, back in the day, the skip was the one who threw last rocks, but it doesn't. The person who can actually make the shot is the person who should throw last rocks.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are coming up with different theories, I guess. Now that we have all these rules of, when you can take a guard, when you can't, when you can rip a guard, when you can't, all positions are so important.
Yeah, this shot here has a little bit of risk, right? Because if they take the guard, it's
Exactly.
just a replace. So this is a risky shot, just because there's a lot of ways that it can go wrong.
Absolutely.
It's a good looking
We're
result.
seeing that it's coming in really nice. Great sweeping.
It's a good shot. You really got to focus on making sure you don't take the guard there.
Absolutely.
Trying a little hit and roll here with really quiet weight, taking lots of ice. It's like it's going on them.
Look at that sweeping.
Yeah,
It's just great sweeping.
Might roll under the other one. Good result. Well, that's going to make for a really good end, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got rocks in the back of the house and rocks as guards, there's going to be lots of rocks in play.
Well, it kind of forces this in-turn draw. Unless they wanted to play, they could play a little tap on their own, but it's a nice corner guard. There's nothing, there's no, again, just get in here first. And I think you'll see the Japanese team just follow. Gotta go. It's a good spot. Is she looking at the red run back?
I'm wondering.
No,
now she's looking at. Yeah.
Just a freeze on top. Don't want to freeze half on this rock, because then the yellow goes into that back red. So you want to try to get as tight by this guard as possible.
Yeah. We did see Abby's team really nicely come in there, so it is possible to get by that guard.
They got by the guard by a lot.
Yeah. That's just a testament to fantastic ice making. Like, kudos to the ice maker system.
Oh, just a little tick.
Wow.
Tick the guard, tick the back rock, and still kind of quarter buried. Just a corner buried to take away the hit and roll inside. Almost a perfect. Almost perfect shot. Maybe a little heavier, maybe a little more weight than they wanted, but they had to go for line. I might be considering a little bit quieter weight here, but really try to hold your shooter. Trying to make a curl. All right, I think we'll see the same freeze. Same shot, but make it this time, Sarah.
I guess so. And I mean, she was so close. Her weight
Yeah.
was really good. The sweeping was fantastic.
Might have been just a little heavy. It did roll to just the back. She wants it to stop top 8 foot, right? So maybe just take a bit
True.
off it and make sure that you've got enough ice.
True. Yeah. Take that 4 feet off.
Yeah,
Add another couple inches of ice.
we're still talking about it. We're still talking about the best spot to put this rock. I don't know. I would seriously consider just running the center guard back. If you got a little bit of a bonus, if you hit it center line side and rolled in, like just a hair center line side, like you might actually be able to roll your shooter and that back one behind the yellow guard. Sit 2 buried.
Absolutely. I think that's the beauty of curling. There's always a couple shots to play, and
Yeah.
it's the one that you make that's the right shot.
Well, that's true. That is, yeah, no question there. This is just, it's starting to get a little bit more pressure. There's only 4 shots remaining for both teams. So it's just a different time in there. That is not, did they? Might have still lined it up. There might be able to get that run back. How do you sit 2 here though, Sarah? That is the question.
Yeah, unless you come behind your own yellow.
Yeah. Come right there where she tapped. Or you
Yeah.
can take it wide around. This wide around. Could also consider a tapping. There's not a lot that could go bad for a tap.
Yeah, I agree. I think the tap is a little bit easier than the draw around.
I think based on that ice, they're playing a tap.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell though.
I mean, you've got a really, really great shot maker in the hack right now.
Yeah.
So I think whatever Abby calls here, she can be really confident that it's going to be really close to made.
I think they're playing, based on the ice, I think they're playing the tap. It's coming in pretty nicely. Not bad result. 3rd shot there.
Yeah. It would have been nice to keep it a little bit, the line a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because there is now a hit and roll here for red.
I don't think they can make the double.
No,
And-
I don't think so either.
So you're still gonna have the yellow, that tight yellow to run back onto wherever they go here. And keep your end
Oh,
alive.
that's very true.
Really got to get inside here, though. It would be great to get inside. It's coming.
Really good sweeping.
Yeah.
Good
It's a
toss, but
teaser.
it's still
That's a
short
good-
of.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it's a good result, though. It's still, that makes it even tougher to get in there for 2. Because if you run this guard back now, you're not gonna be sitting 2, right?
Oh, it looks like there was a
Yeah, they just took
rock
the guard as they
a
walked
little
by.
bit. Yeah.
I think you're gonna see them freeze to this back one. contemplating playing the yellow run back and making the double on the two reds. So hit the yellow one and try to double out the two reds. The other shot is to freeze to the back one. But they're kind of committed to this, so. Try to hit it almost on the nose. Hit it on the nose, roll the one that you shot in behind the center guards, and maybe get the back one on the way. And if you don't, it's going to be wide open. Not wide open.
Yeah, this is one of those shots where you just kind of toss at the broom with the right weight and good things will happen.
Well, unless you hit it a little bit of outside like this. That is not a good thing. All of a sudden, Sarah, red is laying 2.
Yeah. Well, at least there's not that yellow guard there. It does give both teams more options.
It does. I wonder if they... I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at the lineup of these 2 red guards. I wonder if the red guards go onto that yellow. They're looking at it as well. If you hit those red guards,
your shooter would probably kind of stick as a guard on the
exactly.
Red.
Your shooter rolls over just a hair, and you stick it right there, and there's a rock sitting right on the center. I think that's the shot that they're coming to think about. Just a little bit off nose. Roll the shooter just a couple of inches so that you take away the inside or just the nose hit of that red rock. Because right now, if you don't throw, she's got a red double to sit 2. They decided against it, and they're going. It looks like they're either going with a guard or a tap. It's the same shot, really. Like if you tap, you start sitting 2 and you end sitting 2. You just sit one a little bit more shot. If you throw a guard here, it forces them to throw a wide in-turn tap. I don't really.
Yeah, and with the way it's
guard here. If this was Skip's last, maybe I would listen to that, but.
Yeah. I think it gets back to comfort level and knowing what you've seen here.
I think the problem with this shot, Sarah, is they're just going to come down and tap. Like, you know that they're going to tap. And then you're throwing a guard on your own ability to get rid of that one. Because if they tapped, you might be able to run your red. And then they hogged it.
Came up short here, yeah.
So now you leave them the double.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this end is just going back and forth. It's a roller coaster. Like this. It's up and down, Sarah, up and down. All of a sudden you're laying 2 throwing and hog it, and now all of a sudden they've got a chance to make a double and sit 2.
True, and then if I'm Kanai's team, I'm also looking at it saying both of those yellow rocks are half in the 12, half in the 8. I've got the whole 8-foot, 4-foot.
Yeah, it's just they're not in a great spot for you to make that draw because you got to go really wide.
But to your testament of the roller coaster, I feel like it's been an interesting end.
Oh yeah. Taking their time. This is a big shot. It's a good idea to take your time, make sure you're all set, make sure you can make it. When you make the shot, it's a big shot in this end. What you really, really want to do is keep your shooting. It's not bad. What do you do if you're red now? I guess you just come around and try to go top butt.
It is curling a lot.
Yeah.
But if they come around, I mean, Abby does have that yellow-red onto whatever shot.
Right, if you could, I guess, so they're thinking about the double here, Sarah. Now, the danger of that is, A, making it for them, nosing it, right? And then giving them a shot for 3. So that's, like, if you nose it and you dead jam in the back, you feel pretty bad. You're sitting shot right now, and you're contemplating hitting the rock that's guarding it. If you don't throw, she's got a pretty long run back for 3. If you put it in top 4, they have to follow you. And like you said, it curls here, so I don't know. I'd be running down the other end of the ice, throwing a draw to the butt.
Yeah, and I'd be looking at the other side too.
You would be thinking about the intern side here?
Yeah, I guess that's just my own personal bias against the out team, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I think there's at least 3 decent options here for them. So,
tell me what your decent options are.
I think you can draw the 4.
Yeah, the shot that they're playing right now.
I think.
This turn.
Yeah, I think that when they first looked at that double, I mean, if you make it, great, that's phenomenal. You're now sitting like 1 in the red, 1 in the back.
Yeah, you give them
a
pretty low hit on the back one for their 1. Right now, they have a pretty tough shot to score.
Right.
And I'm with you on that intern. I think this is like they played a draw to the button early. Remember, like you draw the button, and they would have watched this. They would have played this draw to the button. So this isn't a new shot for them.
Exactly. A nice directional sweeping here.
Yeah, this is a good looking shot.
Oh, beautiful shot.
That's exactly how you write it up, right? That's gonna force just to follow it down and tap it a tiny bit. Don't think you can make this yellow rock. Don't think you can tap the yellow. It's for 1 anyway. No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess if you really had... Oh, she's playing this little tap. Interesting. If you really had to score 2, you might be able to do it on this outside yellow. Hit the outside yellow into the red and hope it ricochets off. I'm not sure that you can make this shot for 1, but she seems pretty confident.
I'd almost try to follow them with like a foot more weight.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's the shot. She's seeing this though.
And she's a great shot maker, so
if
anyone can do it. It's definitely one of these 2 teams. They're both great.
Just a little quiet wait on it, really, probably for weight. Jump there that held it out a little bit. It's a good shot.
Great toss. Fantastic.
Yep. Oh, I take it all back. That was the shot. All right. Well, thank you. We're gonna go to commercials and we'll be right back.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
And we're back here in the third end. Mark's taking one in the second.
Yeah, we're back here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. Thanks to Hack2House for sponsoring this. And thanks to Curling Zone for bringing you this live coverage of the C semifinal. The winners of this game play tonight in the qualifier round. And if you qualify, Sarah, you're in the money.
We always like a good payday, and
yes, we do.
It's fantastic when these events can have such good sponsors. And I mean, look at both teams' jackets, sponsors for teams as well. So we'd really encourage everyone watching the stream. You know, you love curling, you love supporting the sport, so definitely support the companies and organizations that support curlers.
Yeah. Thanks to Hack2House for sponsoring this Bonspiel, and again, thanks to Curling Zone for bringing us this feed. I'm Matt Hames, and I'm in New York State, right near the Utica Curling Club. Sarah, where are you?
Hi, I'm Sarah Hogue, and I am joining from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Just a neighbor to Alberta.
Yeah, we got a Canadian American in central New York State, and someone in Sarah's in Saskatchewan, bringing you this game between a team from Japan and a team from Edmonton. You gotta love technology, Sarah.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I will tell you, that was a roller coaster of an end last end with lots of great shot making and a couple of just ticks here and there and a couple of misses here and there and some really, really great shots at the end there. Two brilliant shots by both skips too, by both last throwers in that last end.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. The comment of last stone throwers, just for anyone who's joining us recently, Kanai throws lead stones but calls the game. And Wayno throws the fourth stones for this team. And for Abby Marks' team, it's a straightforward lineup there.
And that's a really interesting. It's a really interesting thing too, because like if you're not holding the broom, you're not the skip, but you feel like there's a shot. Like you just put down the broom for your own shot. So it does create an interesting dynamic for me.
You see this rock come a couple feet deeper than anticipated.
Yeah. I think you're still gonna see them rip. It's not, none of this is really pleasant.
Now it's just where to hit the stones to make the most desirable outcome.
They might be trying to run this straight back. And if it's a little high side, get rid of both guards. Sweeping it for high side. There you go. Roll for a corner. Just a cat and mouse game of throw up a center guard here. Try to get a few more rocks into the end before you take any chances. I think as long as this guard guards it fully or guards it a little bit on the, like it would be okay if this crossed. Could use curling a little bit more. They're just sitting waiting. I think it's gonna just be good. I think that corner guard rolled to a spot where they don't even have an in-turn tap. I think there's no hole there. Looking at it.
Yeah, the hole would be not natural.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is just running this yellow and trying to pick the other yellow. It's have to play this. Oh, they're playing it quiet. They're playing the hole. I think what you want here is if you're going to miss it to hit the guard. Might
They've
actually.
got lots of rotation on this one.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good looking shot right here.
Wow.
You know, they were really nonchalant about that guard. I was thinking it doesn't hurt for it to come over a little bit and take away that shot, but they just sat and watched it guard to perfect, and they're like, okay, score shot, and you got a great shot like that. It does leave the double back. The danger of the double back is the jam though, right? So you got to try to get inside here. Lots of ice, a little quiet, a little just tap back weight. This is a big shot.
I agree, and you're going to have to also take into consideration their rotation and the difference in the rotation.
Right. This is just a normal rotation, right? So slip it in there nice though. Might overgirl a bit. It's definitely quiet.
All in all, good shot though.
Oh, Sarah, I think that's off, but man, that could come into play if it's on. It's hard to tell if it's on or not. It looks off to me.
I'd agree. Like, I see a little bit of white, but definitely something you'd want to put a stick to.
Yeah, I mean, this is incredible coverage by curling stadium. The question is, where is the camera? Is it dead middle, right? So if it's a little bit off, then we're seeing white when there might not be any white there.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks off.
Great sweeping here.
They could just get a nose hit, even if they don't make the double. That's fine. That is. This is turning. Yeah, they gotta roll inside. This is gonna force a draw. You don't like drawing when the other team has 2 in the rings and maybe 3. That's a lonely yellow rock back there. You ever bounce off this a little bit? Could get ugly this end. All that's needed here, Sarah, is a perfect shot.
Not too much to ask.
No, nothing really. Just make sure you're not heavy. She was not heavy, which is perfect. Let the team bring it in there. Oh, that's a great result.
Great shot.
It's just a really good throw. Like, you know it's going to curl. So, it's just a good, overall good throw. They're looking at running this yellow, and they're not opposed to it hitting the other yellow. Just getting a piece of it as it goes by. And it might run that red might actually drag a little bit and go back on the yellow.
I was just thinking about the drag there.
The key to the shot is to make sure you lose the one that you run back. Make sure that doesn't stay in the rings. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Crawled up just
Yeah,
that
it just came up a little bit too much on them. Still, again, I don't know if that back rock is on. It's still, you're still kind of hoping. Still skips rocks. No real double, but they could play a run back. So what you don't want to do here is set up a triple, right? Kind of corner freeze on that one. If you corner freeze on it on your own or even bounce just a hair, you might set up a triple.
Yeah, I am thinking here though, there is like a little hit and roll for the red team.
Yeah.
If, this rock isn't covering all of that yellow.
Yeah. I think you'll see, unless they kind of just corner freeze on this, I think you'll see them run this guard back. If she gets it anywhere around this on top of her own, I think you'll see them run the guard back. I'm trying to go for weight. It's got to curl a little bit. There you go. It's coming in nice.
Nice.
That's a good shot.
Really nice.
Oof.
Yeah, that was that hit and roll that I was thinking.
Yeah,
of
it's all marbles. It's, if you nose hit, you might not have another shot at these rocks. If you run this guard, if you hit this guard high side, it's pretty, like if you hit it on the non-center line side, it's pretty hard for it to go badly for you. Like you could still run it into 2, get 2 of them, get the outside one.
I also think that if you make that, or if you throw that run back and you miss, you're still just peeling off the guard. You do have that hit and roll for your last shot.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to play this run back into the rocks or into the one on that outside, right? So the perfect situation is to kind of hit it in and make the double off of the one she just threw onto the other one. The team came down and said, yeah. Well, then I guess they throw a guard and go. But then now they're thinking, like, as we play this and get in there now. The issue about this shot, Sarah, is that you're kind of like, you got to make a perfect shot, and then you're kind of hoping for a miss, which is a possibility. Like you're hoping that they miss because I don't think you can double. I don't think you can get rid of them both. You might be able to get rid of them both, but you're more likely just going to tap it out into the open, and then they pick it out, and now all of a sudden you draw the top button for one. So you didn't really change the shot, but Let's see what you got.
Nice team shot right now.
Yeah, looks like she's got it. Oh, just take that top one first. Had to just hit it a little thinner. Oof, and it's wide
so
open.
Close.
That was so close. It actually just overcurled on them a little bit. Really good sweeping. Really good throw, but if they can come down and nose hit here, that is an awful pickle. There's no shot for one. If they make this nose hit, there's precious few shots for one. Draw the back button. Draw the back button for your one, Sarah, if they nose hit this.
Yeah. It's tough.
Might have set that out a little bit, but got a curl. Okay, well, good enough.
Opens up the scoring zone a little bit there.
Makes it a little bit easier of a last shot. Just a little, might have just set that a little bit. All you got to do is a little piece of the forefoot here. A little bit more than there, piece of the forefoot. And we're never going to know if that back one's on or not. Now it looks to me like it's on, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, from the wider angle it does.
Bloopers look like they're okay with it, maybe going pretty hard. Maybe not okay with it. Gotta go.
Oh my goodness.
No, they're good.
Oh, we're good.
Just trying to bring some tension. All right, we'll be back right after this commercial break.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
if you off tomorrow, just... Sorry, we're back here at the Hack2House in Beaumont, Alberta.
Yeah, welcome
And
back
it's
to
a
the.
really close
Yeah,
game.
we got a great game here, Sarah. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, you go ahead. There was that little bit of lag. You take it away.
We're still working on the lag. We're back here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. This is the C semifinal. The winner of this game goes to the C final tonight. The winner of that game qualifies for the money, Sarah.
We're seeing 2 rocks up as guards, and the call is to come around the center.
Yeah, tight little center. It's on the center, so the risk of trying to go around it is that if it ticks, you have to place it. So you see a corner guard, then you see them coming around this center guard. I think you might see them follow him, but throw the other turn. They're asking which turn. I think you'll see them throw the out turn at this one. Going back to the in turn.
Yeah. I mean, they did just see the opposition throw that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's a wrong turn in curling, just a preference turn in curling.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I would have preferred to throw the out turn at that one, Sarah. But I'm not on the ice throwing.
A little heavy here.
Yeah, a little wide, a little heavy. Now, do you come around your own corner or do you come around it? Coming right on top of there. Because there's no reason to come around the corner. You throw another high center.
I mean, when you have one so nice in the top 4 foot, touch and button, you almost just start stacking at that point.
Yeah. Oh, this is really good speed. It's a good spot.
Yes.
Looking to run this back, spill a bunch of different things. Maybe even hold your shooter for another guard. Okay. Well, the good news is the guard is yours now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sets up a worldie of a double here. I guess they're committed, so they're gonna just freeze again. Danger here is that the other team's trying their own guard in now. So you do want to get this as frozen as you possibly can. You could listen to a high guard on the top of this, right? Just anywhere that they're going to run the guard, they're going to try the double. And then you come back and play this later.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd throw another guard up because then they have to rip.
Yeah, it's a good result. The thing is, if they ever do make this run back and rip and get rid of both reds, now it completely changes. They now have 2 rocks in the rings and throwing. Like they can. It's the day. Like we got 4 rocks left to bail the rest of it. That's a good looking shot.
Great shot.
There you go. Right. So even though yellow may or may not be sitting 2, it doesn't even matter, right? They're sitting 1, and they might be sitting 2, but they're throwing and they're hammering.
Yeah.
And now we're playing 6 foot, 4 to 6 foot hit and roll. Like they talked about rolling dead center or rolling way over. Not throwing it very hard, so I'm not sure. You gotta hit a quarter rock to roll 6 feet with quiet weight.
Some good sweeping.
Yeah, really good sweeping.
For that roll. Oh,
Just it's pretty good. It's not as perfect as they wanted. Only had 1 person sweeping. Looks like she's calling for hack weight. What do you think, Sarah? Your hand like that, hack weight or board weight?
Yeah, I'm thinking hackish board.
Want to hear my hack weight, board weight theory?
Shoot.
Let's this shot go, and then I'll tell you what my hack weight, board weight theory is. It's got to curl. I'm trying to get it to curl. It doesn't look like it's gonna curl.
Oh.
So, in my opinion, like the difference between hack and board is about 2 feet, right? So it's not a lot. So I think when you ask for hack weight, what you care about the most is the shooter. So where the shooter goes. When you call board weight, you don't care less about the shooter, but you make sure that the opposition rock gets out of the rings.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's just mental, right? Like you just look at it and you say, I really care where the shooter ends up, so let's throw hack, and if you tap it to the back rings, great. The shooter ends up in the right spot, whereas with board, you just want to kill the rock.
There's been many conversations had about hack weight, board weight in a curling ring.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's one of the best analogies I've heard. So thanks for that, Matt.
No problem. All right, we're looking at the straight back run back, and if you make this straight run, you're still out of this. You're still in the command. You're in the commanding seat again, right? Because if you can nut this, you're buried and shot. So the end is still in play.
Some sweeping here to hold that. Well, got the top one.
Yep. It's not bad because you're just throwing a center guard and you're making sure, like even if you just wanna, like you could over curl this a little bit. Looks like they're playing the end turn. You could over curl this just a little bit and give them just a little bit of the outside of that. Dead guarded is good. Just over the center line, just a little bit more over the center line, so you over bury it and give them just a little bit of the outside, and there might not be a hole. you split the center, there might not be a hole, right? Like if you can picture that, if you split the center with this guard, there might not be a hole with that intern.
Yeah, this shot's all about line here.
It's really going to come down to the sweepers. Like they're getting, she's already hogged a guard, remember? So she's way out there. You need to go.
When you have sweepers like this, it's really, really easy to make good shots. Like they're fantastic.
Got a curl. Mile. Not bad.
Really good.
Took another rock as we were going by there. Like it does leave the out turn, or her intern, which is a lefty. It does leave this little counterclockwise hit and roll behind the guard. And honestly, this could be one of those hack shots, Sarah, where
Yep.
want to make sure that
The
you care the most about where the shooter rolls, because I think you're still, like, I think red is still sitting 2, so it doesn't even matter if you kill this. It matters more that you roll your shooter behind the guard.
Yeah, and you mentioned she's a lefty. I mean, I've always found that so interesting curling against or with people who shoot left-handed.
Yeah.
Because like the advantage on some of these shots is so much better than if a right-handed player was throwing.
Sarah, I'm a left-handed person who curls right-handed.
Oh wow!
Crazy.
I know quite a few right-handed people who golf left, but I've never heard of someone switching for curling.
Oh, I think she's gonna hit the guard. Get up there and sweep that. Get it in the rings. Okay.
He does have another shot, so that's,
Yep.
I guess, an upside for them.
Where do you want to put this to put some pressure on him? Just
I think up front.
up front is not bad, right? So guard is, that's what it looks like they're playing. Hear me out here, right? What if you threw a draw to the top 8, just a corner buried behind that one that's fighting the top 8? Like that.
Yeah,
would
that
be-
definitely make her have to throw a heavyweight shot.
Yeah. This guard could be, the thing about this shot is it could make it a bit easier on her to, she's just gonna throw the draw, right? This guard is not gonna take away the draw. So putting another rock in the rings puts the fear of loss in her head, like I can't get up 3.
And curling is such a mental sport too.
It is. I feel like this was an opportunity to really put some pressure after a miss. This shot may or may not. Like, this shot just is not going to put the pressure on. Well, it ended up doing about what I was suggesting anyway, so it's not bad. It ended up being top. I don't think they were playing that. They may or may not be sitting 4 right now.
And coming in here with that out turn, well, I guess her in turn isn't super natural because of that yellow guard.
Yeah, the guard is kind of in the way. It looks like they're taking a little bit more ice than on the first one, which is good because she was all over the guard. This has some risk of, you know, after you miss like she just did, you want to make sure you're really positive. Take a little more ice. Hopefully, if if she throws a little bit more weight, a little bit more ice, and throws a positive, like it could hang a lot here. That's the risk. You gotta be
She
fighting.
just taps her waist, and I think that's their call for forward.
Yeah. It's about board ice. This does have some. It has some. Hit this outside guard possibilities. Let's see. So you suggest that it's a little bit heavy. Gotta keep it straight.
Going for the 3.
It's going. Oh, it just took
Oh,
Definitely a steal of 3, possibly a steal of 4.
curling is such an interesting sport.
It is. Well, they're banging them off, so I don't know. I guess when we come back from break, we'll find out what the score is. We'll be right back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major right after these messages.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
I think we're still in our break.
Curling socks. You can buy curling socks from Hack2House. Well, that was the end of 4 and a big steal of 4 here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. I was just looking up the Hack2House website, and Sarah, did you know that you could buy curling socks from Hack2House?
That is amazing. I would love a pair of curling socks.
Exactly.
I think that those would be so nice and warm.
I mean, obviously you can buy your accessories, you can buy shoes, grippers and sliders, but you can buy curling socks. I'm seriously contemplating a pair of curling socks. They have just little curling rocks on the socks, which is amazing to me. So you can go to Hack2House and get your fine curling apparel, get your gear. We really, really appreciate sponsors like Hack2House sponsoring these bonspiels to let people from all over the world come and play. It's
Absolutely.
it's awesome.
And with the season starting for most people, I think buying your entire team a pair of curling socks, having matching curling socks would be great. So head over to Hack2House.
Yeah, head over to hack2house.com and thank them for bringing this curling bonspiel our way with I don't know, a pair of curling socks. Who doesn't want a pair of curling socks? Anyway, we need some points here. We're down 4, still half an end to go, or half a game to go. So there's lots of time. Sometimes, Sarah, when you drop a 4 like that, it was an excruciating 4. What you want. Sometimes you panic and you think you need to get them all back right away, but you really just need to get a deuce here. Stop the bleeding, get a deuce. Force them to win, get a deuce, and then it makes it much more interesting, right? Then you're not so far down.
Absolutely. And I think both teams just got off the break talking to their coaches. And I'm sure that it was just kind of more of a mental check-in on both teams. I mean, you get 4, and sometimes you start to loosen up.
Yeah.
Or you give up 4 and you start to tense up.
Yeah.
So it is nice to get that coach in just to kind of fourth end break.
You just want to keep it. You want to not tense up or loosen up. You want to just keep playing, right? So that's where,
exactly.
as I said earlier in this, it's such a mental game. So for both teams, there's got a big steal of 4. You got to just keep going, just keep pressing, play your game.
We saw them switch their rock here. I know I've had this conversation with some other people in the past, but a lot of times you'll see curlers have specific rocks that they know do certain things.
Yeah.
And so for any club curlers watching at home, that's probably what that was. Just kind of saying, oh, such and such rock might be better for this. Or, oh yeah, we switched rocks.
It might be one that they think curls a little bit more, or might be just a little bit heavier that sometimes they save for different shots, but they kind of assume that they're going to be just throwing hard for the rest of this end. So my gut tells me that it's one that moves a little bit more, but they just figured, let's get rid of it now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's the beauty of curling, right? You can play with the rocks, you can play with the sweeping. The sport's getting just like so advanced that it's great to see teams just picking up on it.
I remember talking to a guy who was really good at curling, and I was asking about the rocks. He goes, yeah, the 6 rock curls about a millimeter more than the 5 rock. And I was like, dude, I'm not that good.
I love stories like that. You hear of people like, Mark Kennedy and guys like that who are just so fantastic at the sport.
Yeah.
That they can tell those differences.
Well, yeah, the better you are at this game, the more it's always the rocks. It's never you. If you ever start to think that it's you, that's when it starts to creep in. So you're always like, oh yeah, that rock just goes more obviously. I didn't throw that. They're great. It's a big mental.
Yeah.
It's a big mental thing for especially new curlers. Like it's worth believing that rocks are bad. Like some rocks are. These are not perfect. Like they try to get them matched as much as they possibly can, but you can have a set of rocks that are different. I've thrown rocks before that are 30 feet different, just have to throw one so much harder than the other one.
Yeah. And those are the times where you take one of those and you're like, hey, we know that this is a great rock for when we're throwing peels.
Yeah.
Or this is,
We got a little bit of a miss here, so we're coming around this guard to sit two buried. Not sit two, sorry, to have two in buried. It's gonna make for an interesting end, because to peel that, you gotta peel it across the entire sheet. You can't play the outside in.
Like,
Oh, that's unlucky. If it just gets by, it might come around everything. I think they still have to. I think they still have to just run this guard. They're thinking about hitting one in the rings. I'm not against it. I want to be clear. I'm not entirely against it, but I might be thinking just running this guard.
well, I think you need to say, 4 up. Their saving grace is a guard.
Yeah, they're gonna have a conversation about this. Do you nose hit this one, or just peel it out and let them come around the guard again, or do you rip this guard? Because if you rip this guard, then I think Marks has to throw another corner, right? I just don't think that.
I would think so.
I don't think there's anywhere else to really come in yet. It's a bit too early. Start grouping up rocks and they let them blast with no consequences. Sometimes in this game too, Sarah, you just think, if we do this, what are they going to do? If we do this, what are they going to do? If you rip this guard, they probably have to replace the guard. If you come in here and nose this, they're going to come around the guard, sit two behind that guard, and then you're ripping the guard anyway.
And you've got more yellows to look at.
Yeah, and you've got more yellows to look at. So they're trying to, they're from what they said, they're playing a little bit down weight. They're trying to cross it a bit and roll on top of their own red. I don't love this shot. I don't like grouping the reds.
Yeah, and I think when you're playing the scoreboard, you need to think about those things too.
Yeah. Let's see how it all plays out. We got a good looking shot here. That's what they called.
Yeah, really nice.
Now you can think about a little tap and a little hit and roll. Just thinking about trying to go inside. Couldn't you just hit like a quarter on the outside? Yeah, and it's there. Yeah, exactly. Just tap them around. The reds are your friend.
Yeah, she signaled for that bump again, so...
Yeah, just like a hack weight. The problem is that card is in the way, it looks like. So this could end up being a nose. If you have hack weight and you hit the top one, it could end up really well for you too, though. There's a lot that could go wrong, or right here for you. Tick the top guard. Get to the back one almost on the nose. Hit it a little high side and roll.
Yeah, I think with this shot, like, you're not looking at killing those reds. You just need to move them around.
Yeah.
They're kind of your friends if you can get them behind the tee line.
This is close. You want to go? Oh, they're trying to get to the nose now.
That works really well.
Yeah. This is pretty easy double there, isn't it? Half rock double. Or peel the guard.
I can't see that. Oh, well, now I can see the screen. Sorry.
I think that's there. I think the guard might be in play. No,
yeah,
the guard isn't really in play. So I think you can double
like if you made that...
I think if you make the double, you might hit the back red, but you don't think it jams.
No, I don't think so either. And then you're sitting 3 with one undercover.
Yeah. I would have liked to play that previous shot with a lot less weight and just kind of like down some tap. Just keep some boxy breaks.
Yeah, like just keeping it even back 4.
Yeah, just this exact shot with another rock there. Like, imagine the rock back there might be a catcher for this. Like you're just creating catchers. It wasn't that bad. Like, it's just back right. Right. Well, that's plenty of ice. If you're gonna throw this normal weight, that's probably the ice for a normal weight hit. I would be tempted to be throwing peel at this, but maybe they're gonna throw it a little bit harder than normal. Tighten up the ice a tiny bit, maybe. Positive rotation.
Keepers are on it. Oh, this is just curling up more than anticipated.
That ends up. I'm gonna say I'm not sure. I'm like, if they can just come down and tap this, they still got a good end going. Red is shot, and it's not going to be removed on this particular shot unless they try the red back. I don't know. But if they can just come down and go down this tight ice, I think they just want to come down and like freeze tap this just a couple of inches and change the angle.
Yeah, even if you jiggle your yellow.
She seems to be playing this with a decent amount of weight based on the ice. You're going to lose your yellow. Maybe she's okay with it. Maybe she thinks she can get to the nose. I think she thought she could get to the nose. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Picture that with just like just 5 feet less weight, and you end up sitting shot behind those. But maybe this is a better. This isn't bad. It leaves this double. That's the only danger. You still have a possibility. The key to it is that the yellow one on the way left is now counting the top red. So being second, third, and fourth is tense. See if we can make the double here.
Curling.
Be over curling. No. Beautiful. Well, you're back to the same situation where I think you're either just like freeze tapping here, just freeze. You want to score multiple points, you have to get to a point where this rock can't be. And taking out this back one makes it possible to win.
You know, we're still on third stone.
Yeah, third's last.
We've got 3 left. Yeah.
I think if you come down here with the out turn, tap it back a bit, you don't even have to sit shot, even dead freeze on it, right? They're probably going to rip the guard, and then you have a chance at hitting the outside one on the nose, and then that's going to force them to hit that one, right? No, because you're frozen on them, right? So you freeze on them, they peel the guard, you hit the outside one. Now you're second, third, and fourth. They have to hit the outside one, and then you have your guaranteed deuce.
Right. This is a little bit less weight than the one that they just threw.
I think they want to keep this rock in the rings, though.
Yep,
The one that
absolutely.
they're hitting. I mean, but there. Now the problem with that is they just replace that. They take all the risk away. And now you're just gonna have a real tough shot for 10. I wonder if they were trying to hit and roll to the center there with that weight, or because I don't think they could roll inside.
Well, I'm almost wondering if they wanted it a little bit more under that yellow.
Yeah, like just roll inside a hair.
It did go by that guard by quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're playing this to roll underneath a little bit. They indicated that they can roll. It's decently high guard, but it's still tight. Finishes so much here, though. I mean, there's no reason to play with that guard. Just get rid of it. Key to this is stay, though. If you can stay, you're in a good solid force situation.
Yeah, if you roll out, I mean, Abby has a shot to sit too.
Yep. Lots of rotation. Trying to get it to curl. Maybe just overflowing a bit. All right, well. Do you come around this corner now, or do you hit the open one? I think if you want to get 3, you come around the corner.
Yeah. Well, but if you come around the corner, I fear that they freeze on you.
Yep. Yeah,
and then it might be.
So do you take your guaranteed deuce right now, or do you take a chance? Come around there, one top 12-foot, and let them try to play the run back. And if they miss that, you have a shot for 3. We're thinking about the hit and roll.
Yep.
One thing I
don't mind the hit and roll.
Yeah, the thing is, Sarah, it's always easier to draw a rock to a spot than to hit and roll through a spot. I'm not saying that you can't. It's easier to draw a rock to a spot than to rock to a spot. They just genuinely, I don't mind hitting this one. You get a good chance at a deuce, and if you can make the roll, I think you throw this little out turn, come around. I think you try to bury something on a draw here, and it puts a lot of pressure on them. What you don't want to do is nose hit this.
And you don't want to hit just to roll under that red because it's going to jam.
Yeah. I think the jam is okay. I think it'll still roll out. If you sit shot, I don't think the jam is that big. I think you're still fine.
Yeah. I think they're all discussing, like, do we do that draw?
Right, they're having lots of conversations.
Yeah.
Like if
maybe this is the time that you call in a coach.
Yeah, if you can, like they're talking about playing a hit and roll to the behind that red, right? So if you're thinking like that's where I want to go, then why not just draw the rock there? You leave the exact same shot. Like you leave the same shot, a run back, and it's against the possibility of giving up 3 after you got a 4. So they end up calling the hit and roll here, hit and roll dead berry. Now the problem is that it's going to be probably just behind the tee line, whereas if you play the draw, you can go back 8 to make more room to leave a couple of shots. Like as long as you're shot with this out turn or with her in turn, as long as you're shot, you put a lot of pressure on them. They have to follow you down and play the run back. This shot just has no tolerance for missing. So you got to make it perfect, or the best you're ever going to get is a deuce. Which, at the beginning of this end, you would have said, okay, we got a deuce here, we're good. So, this isn't wrong. I think I would just put some pressure.
We're calling a time here to bring out the code.
Yeah. I would put some pressure. I would think about putting some pressure on by playing it wrong. See what the coach says. Do you know their coach, Sarah?
Yeah, so he's involved with the University of Alberta program, and I believe it's actually Abby's dad, who phenomenal curler and coach. So yeah, they're gonna have some really wise advice here from someone who's both curled extremely competitively, but also coached extremely competitively. So yeah.
draws out there.
That's one. Oh yes, that's one nice thing about these events when you do get 1 or 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
It's on shots like this where, like, get that outside eye in and see what happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I coached a ladies team for an entire season once, Sarah, a long time ago, and I was the one who came out and said, "Get aggressive." So what do you think they should do, Sarah? What would you do here?
Oh gosh, well, I didn't mind the hit just to be like, hey, we are getting 2 here for sure, but that draw,
Yeah.
that does make your team a little bit more aggressive, a higher chance of getting more than 2.
Okay, well, she's throwing a lefty intern. This looks like tight ice to me. We haven't seen a lot of draws down this spot, so it could be that the sheet is dished, so like you have to, it doesn't really come off this hill very well. This looks like really, really good.
Would you have come around it the other way?
I might have thought about it, yeah. But, make this perfect. It's tough to hit. Like she set it a little bit.
I heard back 8, I'm not sure.
Picked.
Oh gosh.
Pick? Yeah.
Yeah, pick.
Ooh,
That's just
get it
so
for a guard.
unfortunate.
Get it for a guard on your own. Okay. Okay. Well, they can't hit the open one. They can't. That's what they wanted to do. Walk out there and just hit that. Can't do that. Tap the red. Come around the red.
Yeah, I'll
Just
put
the
that
2
pressure
here.
on.
That's-
Make sure you're not... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate break there with picked rock. It hates the impact.
Yeah. The one thing with this shot is you need to make sure you're not setting up any sort of double.
No, I know, but look how much more ice she's taking, right? To do the exact same shot, she's taking, what is that? Like, that's a rock and a half more ice.
And I mean, this could be like the lefty, righty.
It could be, yeah. It just that
difference in
it looked like
comparison.
really, really tight ice for that to come around to me. This still looks a little bit tight, but this is she has way more rotation. I mean, it could be a left and right thing, but that's a rock and a half. It's good rotation.
You need to be careful. We're in the same spot. There was a lot of cleaning, so.
Yeah. So once it starts going here, you just gotta kind of half bury this, right? Once it comes off the line, it goes sideways. I just don't know that they had enough ice for that shot. It's pretty perfect. She's taking more ice. Not much more. She's taking about 2 inches, 3 inches more ice. Oh, now she just took even more. She's taking a rock more ice on this shot than she did on the last one. Her broom on the first shot was just the inside edge of that top red rock, and now it's the outside edge.
Well, 1 here isn't bad.
Yeah, one is. It's not really what you wanted when you started, but you got a 1 here. Got to score here.
Nice throw. Sweepers are
Staying, line's good, weight's good. Maybe a little heavy. It's not making that move yet.
Oh,
Oh, it's going to be a measure.
that is close.
I think it might be. I don't know. Honestly. I'm not even going to guess. Oh, they're not even going to measure. So they know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, their eyes are way. We'll find out when we come back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major right after these messages.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
And welcome back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major, sponsored by Hack2House. We got ourselves a good game here, 5-2. So that ended up being the win. Their eyes are way better than ours there. They just knew right away that was a win.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those of you just joining, there was a picked rock last time, which was really unfortunate, but I mean, those things happen, and you see both teams just jumping back in the hack and giving it all in the sixth.
Yeah, as a former front end player, I used to take those personally. I hate it.
Absolutely.
Can't sleep in the hotel room at night that night. I could have done something more to make that not happen. Got a couple of guards up. Staggered a little bit, but the distance is really good, so that's going to be really tough to double peel them out. So good two draws.
And now with the no tick rule, I mean, it makes it a little bit easier to get those two guards up.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit easier. You got to make sure that you throw them, right? You got to get on that center line.
Oh, absolutely.
But it puts some pressure. It definitely puts some pressure on front ends.
Great draw here.
Not bad. Possibly a little deep. I don't like it being right on the butt like that. If they could freeze here, it really chokes off the end. I think this is a big shot right here for this end. If you can freeze right on top. The thing about this end too, right, is that is that the top yellow guard is not really in play, other than the fact that it's just like you can throw a guard behind that guard. Like if that was the only guard in play, it's not really in play.
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted to. Good short there.
Oh, and that one, I mean, your pro side miss, I guess, would have been to be even like top 12, zone 3.
Yeah, the tolerance is not heavy there. They're going to think about just hitting that, just peeling that tight guard. That's the only one that really matters. Just peel the tight guard. You could take a run at this double if you want. The double guards, I don't know that it gets you much. They're not lined up perfectly for you right now.
Yeah, and I think that top guard is so high and this ice is so swingy that you can almost say that guard's not there.
Yeah. The only thing it's there for is guarding around it. So it can, like, you can throw a tight guard around it, and then it's hard to peel. So that's what they've got to do right now. So they could freeze, but I think the shot is to throw the tight guard. It's a little early in the end to start freezing. They had their chance. They got to wait for another one. I mean, the good news for them is they are second shot. It is slightly good news for them. I'm not saying it's great news, Sarah, but it is better news.
Nice rock coming in here.
Oh, it's a good spot.
Over curling just a little bit, but it's okay because it still gives you access to that red one.
Yeah. Makes this peel a little tough because you don't want to jam it on your own. But they're gonna play it. Just peel that rock out. I mean, what you want to do, Sarah, is you want to dead bury behind that top guard, so they have to peel the top guard. That's what you want from us. This kind of this is the cat and mouse part of curling. Oh, they're gonna get the top guard. That's not bad either.
And you know what? Sometimes the team will say, we'll play it tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you get the top one, you get the top one.
It's a decent result because that yellow guard is not really guarding the button. So, you're gonna throw this and try to split the center line again. High. It's not an easy rock to throw, by the way. Just like a straight over is just like a one is not an easy rock to throw.
You want to involve the sweepers on it too, so it's definitely a mentally intensive shot. Oh, they're coming right in here.
Now? They're looking to freeze now.
Just to curl just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Good shot. Perfect.
Yeah, they're looking free.
Might be thinking about just like a little board weight, nose hit here. Or just blast it. It looks like they're trying to hit the top guard. Just peel the top guard. Okay, well. Yeah, now you're throwing a center guard. You got one center guard. They'll probably peel. Then you either have to throw a tight center guard again and hope, or freeze on top again. So I don't even think this matters where it is. Like, it's just got to be over the rings and like somewhere near the center line, and they're gonna peel it. Definitely got to get it over though.
It's over. Now we don't want it to over curl.
Yeah, I don't even think that matters. I think you're good. Well, you're gonna see them think about it. Probably the right shot is to peel it. The tempting shot is to kind of just come right, like go top 8 foot buried and say your shot.
Yeah. No,
But
absolutely.
then they play this guard. They play the 35 foot run back and make it perfect, and then you feel like you feel that great.
Yeah, we see exactly that coming into the conversation.
Yeah, they're gonna call a timeout and talk about it. Up 5-2. I think you peel this guard. If you just talk it through, right, Sarah? Like, you peel this guard, then what are they gonna play? They got skips first. Are they gonna freeze to it or play a tight guard?
Well,
Then
I
you
mean,
can
if they play a tight guard, you can rip it again.
You can rip it again, or you can have this conversation. Like, depending upon how good they make it, you can go maybe top 8 and say your shot. And now the only risk is dropping 1, but it's a tight guard, so like maybe it rolls off a bit. Like, I think it's 1 rock too early to be this aggressive. I think 1 more rock and you can be aggressive. So you play on top of it now. On thirds last, on skips first, they make the just down weight little run back, or even freeze again and leave the run back to her last. And now you're just putting rocks in rings that like rocks in play that you don't need a 5-2 with.
Yep.
Plus,
well, and I mean,
you gotta play tonight at 9, right?
Give more options. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got to play tonight at 9. So like, you would love to get it over with now, and taking 1 right here might get it over with. If they were to take 1 to go up 6-2 with 2 ends to play, like, do you keep playing? If you're down 6-2 with 2 ends to play?
Personally, I would play 1 more.
Yeah. But it's something to think about, right? Like, if they get 2, you don't play. Probably.
Yeah.
So you're right on the borderline of, are we gonna? They're playing the draw. We had a conversation. They're playing this in-turn draw. So. I think the key is you don't want to line this up perfectly, so you don't want to be dead buried behind the guard. You want to be just out, like just a hair open.
But then you don't want to leave something where they can come in, touch your red, and both of your reds
No,
go.
you want to be mostly buried, but not completely buried.
Yeah.
About right. It could have come over a little bit more, but that's not bad. It's going to leave them an out-turn little tap. So we're going to have some shots. That needed to be just top 8 foot. If it's top 8 foot there, it just makes this a lot tougher. There's no run back. So now you want to really, it wouldn't be the worst idea here to just freeze again. If you could just kind of freeze, they have to guard, and then you're running in the guard that they throw. And it's a lot of hope, but you could end up sitting 3.
Yeah.
She could also make this shot, hit and roll over to the 8 foot and lay 3. if she hits this, she's going to squirt the yellow. If she hits it just a bit of half a rock with or hack, she's going to squirt that yellow over just a smidge. Don't necessarily have to hold your shooter. Be good if you could.
Anything jiggling these just a little bit is a-okay too.
Yeah. Might be curling.
Oh, this is moving.
Really curling. She's been having a lot of problems with that first rock. It is over curled this whole game. I don't know if she's still using the same rock, but it is over curled on her a lot. I think that was.
She's such a good, consistent player that we were just discussing. You know, like when you're that good, you know, if there's a mistake over and over, it's maybe not how you're throwing it, but what you're throwing.
Yeah. That might have been a little bit light for what she wanted, but not much. I think that's pretty close to the weight. Moved the guard quite a bit, so I think it would have been fine for weight. Just tap it back a couple. Like she only needed to tap it back half a foot. So I think the weight was good. I just think that rock is. I think she's missed her first one curling a lot. The cool thing about this curling stadium bringing you this Hack2House Alberta curling series major is that you can go back and watch these.
Absolutely. And they're really good quality.
Yeah. And I mean the commentating would be awesome too. Just gonna bounce off the guard, not really. Just bounced off the guard. See, if we can get a guard up here, just bounce a bit. Bounced a lot. Okay.
Yeah, now they have that.
Well, I think they've got the nose on the red. Can you get rid of all three reds here?
If you can shoot that top red across the top of the yellow?
I think what if you nose it? I think if you nose it, it might dead jam on the back, but it might actually go across. Like it might go high across and take it out. Like it might drag it up. So nose the top red, hit half of the top yellow, and it might drag that red and hit the back red, but over top of it. I think you can actually make this triple. But I think the double would be just as good. Like nose that top red anyway is a good result. If you nose the top red and you get rid of the back red, you're still sitting two and you leave. There's a lot of rocks like that. You're leaving a double back for them and risking a jam. Even if that back red is still there. If she can nose hit this red, it is precarious. Remember when I said last end or a couple shots ago that peel the guard and you don't get into trouble? Let's see. Oh, it's gotta come up. It might do the shot you were calling. Oh, that's unlucky. It's still a testy little shot. There's a lot of ways to miss this. So Sarah, the risk here, right, is if you throw this with weight and try to pick out the red or pick out the yellow for your one, you could just take your own red and pick out your red and give up the steal of 3.
Yeah. I think this shot you don't want to play too much weight.
Oof, I don't. the worst case scenario here is hit your own and go through the port. Like that, you just can't do that. I would rather flash everything here and give up a steal of 1 than risk hitting my own red and giving up a steal of 3.
Yeah,
If you don't throw, you give up a steal of 1.
Take a little bit more ice than normal.
Yeah.
And it's okay, like if you hit the... Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, if you don't throw right now, you're up 2 with. If you throw this shot and hit your own red, you could be tied up. Well, they're trying to make it curl, so that's good. Definitely didn't throw it to give up the steal. That's not a bad result. That looks like a big miss, but that's
really
not a bad
small
result.
to go through. Yeah, I mean, you were up a couple. Giving up 1's not terrible.
All right, we will be right back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major right after these messages.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
And we're back here at the Hack2House in Beaumont, Alberta. We did see a steal of 1 for Marks. So it's a 5-3 playing 7.
Yeah, and I think that was a veteran throw right there. Like well thought. Just throw it hard, try to sweep it, and if you get a piece of it, great, but never in a million years do you hit your own rock and give up a steal 3. Still in control of this game completely. Maybe this end they'll think about peeling the guard. Let's see. Good setup, better setup this end. So one on the center and one a little tighter. Might have overcurled just a little bit, but not bad. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, tell us where you're watching from in the comments. Say hello and tell us where you're watching from. I'm watching this game from Hamilton, New York in the US. Sarah, you're watching this game from Saskatoon, right?
Absolutely, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and very happy to be here.
Well, we got this wide out turn to try to sit on the button behind everything. This is a decent setup for a steal right now. There's not a lot of easy double peels. There's not a lot of... So if you can get this one T-line or even frozen to that back one is not bad here. You don't have to hit shot. You don't have to sit shot yet.
I agree, and with that red one in the back four, you kind of have coverage on both sides.
Yeah, this is not what you want here, though. I think you're going to see them walk up and peel now. I'd be tempted to just peel this top one and not try any double, not try to get... I'd like to get a lot of rocks going though, so try it. Why not? Just blast.
I think on these ones, you just want to make sure that you're getting rid of your shooter if you can, or more rocks if you can.
I know. That double peel just had some possible risk that I don't think it was worth it. Just peel the top. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's easy to say afterwards. They got the same shot here again. Nice in turn. Still contemplate throwing the out turn again, but they're switching her up and going to this in turn. Doesn't matter. Just bite the top button. Buried is what you're looking for.
And again, when you're down like this, I personally find it's nice when those rocks are in the back of the house because they stick around as catchers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You would. I mean, if you're playing and you're down, rocks in the back of the rings are always your friends. You don't need to take out rocks when you're down. You need to leave rocks in play as much as you possibly can. That's not a bad, it's not a bad miss.
Yeah, it leaves guards up front, and that's kind of what you need.
The dangerous rock here for them is the rock that's on the center line. These two rocks are not as dangerous, so they sometimes tend to be like they take your distraction away, and so you end up trying to make this double peel of two rocks that aren't really even your danger rocks. She's lining up a possible triple. I don't think that you can make that yellow hit the other yellow. Maybe Mark Kennedy can. But you gotta throw it pretty hard and hit it pretty thin. Oof. She also just tapped it up for her.
Those are two really different calls, but like we were talking earlier, I think the shot that's made is often the shot that helps you. So whichever one you're most comfortable with, or the throw.
If she peels the rock that's on the center line, they're just gonna throw another guard. And then maybe it's a little higher and you have a chance to run him into those other guards. This shot comes with a tremendous amount of risk. You're getting into it with this shot.
Yeah.
And it could be that
Really
they've decided, hey, let's get into it because we stole 4. Seventh end up to seconds last. Draw to the top 4 foot. And then the whole team is helping sweep it. Okay, well, you didn't change a lot. Other than you've decided that you're in it. So we need this to be top. This needs to be shot. It's going to be behind a bundle of rocks.
You can get this shot, you're in a really good position to steal.
Yeah. Is it going to take the guard? No, it's got to go.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, this is an awful mess. I would still think about the red-yellow peel into the yellow one that they just threw. I'd think about just peeling that one too. Just the danger rock is that centerline rock. But they're in it, so they're contemplating playing a tap on the red. There's going to be some fun shots in this end. Fun possibilities. I don't think you're going to see too many hits, just some runbacks.
Yeah, I think when you get in it like this, the only way out is through.
This is the kind of end that the coach of Kanai is sitting there going, okay, why are we doing this, ladies? Sometimes you just want to hand them a banana and say, what would you do to this? You would peel, Sarah.
I give Skips a lot of credit because, man, my decision making under pressure like that sometimes is not always the best.
Yeah, sometimes
so
you just kind of get sucked in. You get sucked into some shot, and you get sucked into playing the kind of game that, in hindsight, you're just like, what were we doing? Like that. They just made an okay shot there. It was not bad, but they're leaving a tap behind a bundle. Like if they can make this tap, if they can tap this past to be dead buried behind the yellow one that's on the center, it's 2 rocks to get rid of it. There's no run back to get rid of it. And you've only got 3 rocks left. So this is a big shot. You got to make shots, no question. It might crash the guard. It might curl too much. It's still not bad though. We're still not in a bad situation.
You know, and I think this goes back to what we were talking about after the 4th inning break, of sometimes when you get up like that, it's hard to stay in the game with the same level of focus because you start to loosen up. And maybe that's what we were seeing with the decision to not peel. Just like, we've been on a roll with our drop rate.
I think so. I'm not sure if that's exactly true. I like that they've been on a roll, but I hear you, right? They're throwing a guard now. Like, if you had said to them at the beginning of the end that on thirds last you would be throwing a guard, I'm not sure that they would be happy with that. There's still some centerline taps. There's still some risk. Like, they can still play this wide out turn and be shot. So like, you're guarding a tap, but you're not taking away a lot. What if you make it for them here? Not a bad result. I think they got to think about just 2 shots now. What do you think here, Sarah?
You really want to get shots.
Yes.
And I don't think that red-yellow helps you. Even with drag, like I don't think it'll go back.
Agreed. So here's a question that sometimes you always want to ask. You've got a lot of rocks in place, so no matter what, on your last rock, there's going to be tons of guards, right? So the question that you always ask yourself is, do we need to be shot right now? Or do we need to make a shot to be shot? Know what I mean? Like we need to make a shot right now that allows us to make a shot on our last.
That setup shot.
Yeah, so I think a good shot here is to try to do this, which is what they're playing. Tap the yellow with a bit of weight. So tap that yellow, just move things around. And you might end up with a shot on your last one. You might end up shot. They're lining it up to end up shot. I would also contemplate playing the same in-turn and still just tapping and hoping that your shooter rolls out enough that you can come off it. I don't mind this either, by the way. I think you want to play this with a little bit more weight than you think, like more than a tap.
I think the shot like opens up possibilities for you on at least 2 rocks. Nice.
The possible rock that you're going to end up tapping is the one you're tapping right now. That's the one that you might end up tapping on the last. So that's the key shot to getting it to a spot where it can be tapped. Oh, that's not going to do it. That's maybe a hit and roll off that. How hard can she throw it?
Oh, Abby can throw it quite hard.
Okay, well, she's got to hit and roll off that outside. She's also got run back on that outside yellow, her shooter. She's also got a possible. She's got a red-yellow tap too. Right, the big red guard onto the tight yellow.
Yep.
It's like they're playing the tap here again, the tap, or just guarding it. I really don't know. The ice looks like guard.
I agree. The ice looks like guard. The tap, you're moving 2 stones quite a ways.
Yeah. Comes with some risk. You think she runs down there and plays the hit and roll off that outside yellow? Oh, it picked.
Oh.
I don't think it really mattered anyway, but let's see what. I don't think it changes much. Unless she tries the triple.
Well, if you make the triple, it's for.
It's just to sit 1. Or you'll sit 2. You'll sit 2. Sorry. Yeah, you'll sit 2. If you make it, you'll sit 2. Forcing them a wide out turn, a wide in turn draw. Well, there's no in turn draw. There's no out turn draw. If you can make this, you can run this guard back into that. You can try the hit and roll off the outside one. You can also try this wide out turn, to try to catch the T line better shot than their back one. This is probably for the game. Like if she misses this and they make the tap for 2, they'd probably shake, right?
I think the shot is a little bit more straightforward than playing with anything in the center.
Yeah, I agree. They don't look at the big hit.
If you can get it really good, you're maybe stealing.
Yep. Because there's no real shot. If you can make this shot, you're stealing. Oh, it's curling up a bit.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Tap for, probably tap for a shaky. 7-3. Would you throw him back, Sarah?
I think I'd ask my team.
Yeah. It's
I
on
think
the.
I'd shake.
It's right on the edge, right? It's again, like, I think I'd shake. It's, you know, they've got another game tonight. You're not going to get through it. But it was a steal of 4, so. And they threw a lot of guards. If you don't make the tap, you definitely play. They down 3, they play. Down 4, they really.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about it. So it's no give. It's heavy. It's gonna get to the back one and still get the deuce that way. He got a second shot. And that's a dodgy way, but end up getting 3.
We are seeing some handshakes, so I guess that is the end of the game.
Sarah, it was a pleasure commentating with you.
It was fantastic commentating with you too.
Yeah, at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. Go to hack2house.com. Hack, the number 2, house.com, and buy yourself a pair of curling socks. Why not?
Buy your entire team a pair of curling socks.
Exactly. All right, well, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Matt Hames, and I will possibly be back tonight for 9 o'clock to watch the qualifier game. So 9 o'clock my time, not your time. So.
And I'll be back at 7 o'clock Alberta time, Saskatchewan time.
There you go.
So really excited to see some more curling.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you later tonight.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.